My fucking back.
Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let's just double check this volume level. That seems incredibly loud for a lo-fi.
Starts out having you
Yeah,
register.
that's good. Okay, cool. Hello. Don't mind me, I'm just rolling up this cable because it's in my way and everything is tangled. That's not needed. That's not needed. I wish this could go to the right side of my keyboard, but I have to use my mouse a little bit left-handed for now. That can go in my pocket. Alright. So, for those who want to know what we have going on here, this is the next stage. I have everything laid out. And here it is. So, we have the 3 breadboards. We have our clock module, which as you can see right now, I've plugged in and just left it there. I have 220 ohm and 1k ohm resistors. I have a bunch of capacitors. Buttons. LEDs. A reel of green wire that is very clearly a full reel because it's shrink wrapped. That could come in handy. Some chips. Oh, wait, no, they're not that kind of chip. A screen. Red wire, blue wire. White wire, black wire, and yellow wire. Also, this. A DuPont type connector thing for Arduino. And that is everything we have on the desk. Of course, I still also have all of this stuff here. I'm not sure if you can see some of it. There's a fair amount of big pile of stuff just in the back there. All this stuff in front of the monitor. I'm going to obviously bring this forward because having pre-cut wire is actually a really good idea. Oh, by the way, there's my stretch. And my hydrates down here. Hey Jay, by the way. So that's what we have now. Obviously these will be pièce de la résistance. I probably don't know if I'll be using the thing because you got the clock here. This is what we completed last time. Which still works, it still functions. I can still switch here and blind everyone with a bright flashing blue light. And I can still press the button and blind everyone with a non-flashing blue light. That is so fucking bright. Look how much brighter this makes the desk. I forgot to do one thing to make things slightly brighter. Where's the switch? There it is. Bing, bing. Aha. Let's just point that up at the desk a bit more. There we go. Now we have a slight bit more light that unfortunately will allow me to cast shadows. But oh well. Alright. So, obviously we have this.
Simple program that just prints out "Hello World."
Yay, that's an easy
starting
one.
point because the programming language, in this case Python, and everything it's built on top of, does a lot of the work. But what if we don't have any of that? What if we just start with a microprocessor? And how do we get?
Ooh, look at that! That's a 6502.
Screen of some sort. Yeah, well, this is the 6502 microprocessor, and it's a real classic. You can see from the date
figure out
code
which one that
this
is.
one was manufactured in the third week of 1989. But the design for this has been around since 1975, and versions of this chip found their way into many personal computers and game consoles in the 80s. But believe it or not, even though the original design is 44 years old, a version of the 6502 is still being manufactured today. And in fact, for reasons I'll get into later, I'm going to use this modern version. And so here it is, and here's the datasheet for it, and you can see the datasheet's only about 30 pages long. But let's take a look at the pinout for this and start hooking up some of these pins to see what we can get it to do. You can see there's a description here as well for what each of the pins are. And if we flip back a couple pages, you can see a more detailed description
There's my 6502.
of each of the pins and exactly what the function is. But let's start with the power pins. So VDD is positive power, VSS is the ground. So I'll put the microprocessor on a breadboard here.
Oh, we can already see one thing we haven't done
so
yet. Let's connect all the power rails together. And there's another thing he's done that we haven't got. And that's a failure on my part. Let's just zoom in on this by moving this down. And re-angling. We have 3 breadboards, not 2. Right? But you might notice we have these. We've got 2 rows of rails. We only need 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo these 2. Have a look at this center one. Right? Gonna get my beautiful big knife. Which for some reason doesn't want to... Hold on, is it? There we go. And I'm gonna pull this out that way like that to undo those. Which will allow me to fold that over on both sides. And therefore cut. Yeah. These might come in handy for something else, but I don't need them for this. So we shall do that. There we go. There's those gone. Just temporarily, what I might just do, just to keep them together, is just connect those together. And have a look at that. We've got a 4-bit bus. But no, that's not what we're using it for. And there we have it. We have this. The breadboard without the power rails. Perfect for the breadboard with the power rails. Which is here. So I'm just going to grab this. Might take a bit because we actually have a bit of excess crap on there. There we go. And then I'll also add the 3rd one because I'm going to keep it at 3. Because I know we're going to need to add another breadboard sooner or later. And there we go. Now we have one less set of power rails. It makes this a little bit smaller. That's very useful. I may even put this on this, but for now... Oh, actually, no, let's do that. Let's make this the dedicated clock module for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing here for this one as I was with all the others. I hope that this won't cause too many issues. If it does, oh well. There we go. Now we have a 6-bit bus. Again, not that I need a 6-bit bus. But there we go. That's technically a 6-bit bus. So we'll go that way. Alright. And then let's integrate our clock module. Push back that. It may even pay for me to cut out the area. Oh, in other news, I've started reading a new series of books, and it's actually really kind of cool. It's called Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's about the story where Earth gets turned into a giant televised dungeon. and a guy named Carl has to fight his way through it. Pretty epic. One of those RPG gamelet type adventure things. Come on, get in there. Get in the hole! There we go. Perfect. Now we have the clock module up there. Which means we also have this entire rail. I probably should have kept that there actually and just duplicated it across. Now that I look at it. So we're gonna have to now we're gonna have to fight. You know what? Maybe that was a bad idea. That's okay, we can re-add this. We can re-add this. And I think I will. Just to be sure. To be sure. It shouldn't take much, because, everything's disconnecting. Fuck. Okay, that's back on. And I think for the first one, we will just do that. This will allow us to have a full free power rail to ourselves, and it will also allow us to disconnect the entire clock board when we no longer need it. Yeah, there we go. We'll keep the dual power rail at the top there. That's my design decision. Okay. Now I just need to run power. I might move this one slot lower that I can just run these the hit across. Okay, let's try and use these. Right? Because we have this. Is that going to be small enough? Definitely not. And I don't think this one's going to work as well. But it might. No, it's not going to work. There's like a 3-4 hole gap. Okay. In which case, we actually do want that. And probably that will unfold one of the legs. Plug that in. This is going to make it actually a little bit harder. What I might just do... I might just put this one over the other side just to make it easier. Yeah, we'll connect the power on the other side. That's going to make things way nicer. Considering he connects everything on one side. And he doesn't have a clock module directly connected. And I do. I want to make sure this clock module is directly connected. Okay. Okay. All I need is that. Okay. So if I place this black to black, or maybe even black to corner black, just to make things more interesting. There we go. Perfection. Then we'll grab this red one. I don't have another red one that will fit with a... Do I? No. And I might just try and... hustle up. Actually, that's a bad idea. Black one needs to go back in to that, so I can put the red one in there. That way I can put this one here and have it there. And I just run that one like that. Ooh, nice. That back in there. Should move a bit more. Ooh, don't lose it. Where did it go? Oh shit, I actually did just drop that out somewhere. Ah, fuck. What have I done with it? I dropped it on me? In my pocket? No. I think I have actually just dropped this one on the floor. Oh, crap on a cracker. Where's this gone? Where's this pile of crap gone? Has it fallen on top of anything? I have fallen inside of it. See a bunch of bits and pieces, including a wire. It's not the one I want. It's the one that I can probably keep. Wire, what am I saying? There it is. Found it. Thanks to my torch. Got it. Okay. Now. $24. Whoop. Bonk. Done. It's a perfect jumper for Le Positive. And there we go. Now we have this rail powered. Now all I have to do is build power wires for all of them. And I kind of want to do the same thing as I'm doing all over the place, because I actually like having them out this way. If I do that, but this time I think I'll go a little bit further in. Make it more likely to work better. So positive. And then positive. Realize this may not work for the blacks, but you know what? Who cares? Well, for the second row, but maybe I build that one over that side and just sort of zigzag a little bit. That's that. Why did I say blacks for? I mean for the whatchamacallits. Ah! Awkward. Oh man. Wow. Snug that up. Good eyeball there. The only reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't like covering up things like he does. I like to try and keep as consistency as possible. Ah, Howard, alright. It's one of the reasons why I'm also going to go down this way. I mean, not that it matters, but because I've got this one and this one's powered now. I just technically only need this one powered next. So I could try doing that from there. You know what? Oh, maybe not using this wire though. The wire's not going to work. It's short. I have to use that for jumpers. Because this one is definitely going there. I'm gonna do these ones first, just because it's gonna work and look nicer. It is a little longer, but it's also just a little bit better. Okay, and then up there, let's pull that back out. Donk. I want to keep everything to the right side, just no, to the left side, just because you know, consistency is good. We're going to that like that. Pull that out. Come on, out you come. Do that. Cut it. There. I just dropped my pair of needle nose. It's a bit unfortunate. Ah. Heartburn, don't mind that. Okay. Do that. Put that there. Put that one in there. Now, I would love to try that, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. If I do that. Wait, if I have a look. Yeah, I definitely won't make that. So we'll just put another one. It's right, these are from the previous project anyway, so it's not a big deal. And this bottom one, technically, I don't even need to do. I'm just doing for the sake of making sure it's done. And because I have... He will eventually add a third one for IO and other stuff, so I'm going to use this, keep this third one here. Even though he's currently only using 2. I just hope he doesn't ruin it by keeping this. Well, by keeping the second one of these. Yeah. About... in. Down. In. We went literally just about there. Fuck. Pull them both out. Okay. Technically, I could just mirror this one, but meh. I like making bespoke ones. It'll look nicer in the long run. Okay, there we go. There we go. Stripped. Which way did this go? This went this way, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's a positive. Look at that. It's a very big positive. We have all the positive connections done. Excellent. That is a positive. Look at that. Now we just need the negatives, which we don't have black wires for. Actually, that's wrong. We do have black wire. It's slightly thinner than the other wire, but it will work. Okay. So this will have to be a little bit unique. So I'm going to manually make the first cut. Ah, come on. There we go. So that would go. Keep in mind, I have a reel of wire here, basically. There. Now, I don't actually want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend it at pretty close to exactly the same spot and layer it over the top. At least that's what my intent will be. That's basically what I tried with the other bit. Sort of worked, sort of didn't, but honestly, it really is like the best option I have for this. So then we want slightly slow. Okay, so this one should probably about there. Shouldn't fret. Okay. And it should balance basically about there. Not the straightest wire in the world, but it will do its job. Ah! Like a fucking spring. It really did not want to be played with. And that's what she said. That's very unfortunate if it didn't. Okay. There we go. That's one negative. Evening the playing field, you could say. It's probably about there. I am manually doing this by hand with my fingernails because I actually have long fingernails. Because I keep forgetting to cut them. Actually, my longest one is this one, which I forgot to cut once before. It's like, oh fuck. I cut on my fingernails and I missed one. It's kind of handy though. Although right now it doesn't really matter because all my fingernails are long enough that they can be used as lethal weapons. Alright. This is where things are getting a little bit hairy. Because there's so many friggin' wires. Okay. Yeah. Drop it forward, drop it that way, ding. Bank. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we've just done there. Yeah, good enough. Can I sort of try and straighten this though? I believe I can. Whee! Oh. Oh, that's a bit worrying. Okay, that's fine. Okay, then we want to cut out to there. Try and balance this out a little bit. It's literally about that much. I'm just going to use a pair of things for this. Okay. This will make it look slightly different in the grand scheme of things, but I'll be happy to have the extra space. Just in case I run into weird issues where I have different parts than he does. You know, everyone's different. That's terrible. I mean, it's true. Everyone is unique and wonderful in the world. Don't you forget it. Ah! Whee! Fold it down, fold it down. Okay. Then I'm going to cut you. Well, not cut you, strip you. Now get on your hands and knees and strip. Oh yeah. That's the way I do it. Okay, let's test this. Do a test fit of negative and get in the hole. Okay, that went in the hole. That's perfect. Little bit bundled, but about as good as that's gonna get. Let me just organize it. That's number one. Now I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to manually work this one out. By basically bending things slightly more. Done. That goes that way. Try and bend these things exactly the same. Yeah. There. Yep. That's about right. Yep, close enough. I'm gonna see if I can't make a second one of these pretty close to identical to the first without using the board. Why the fuck not? Straighten the wire. It's a bit twisted. Ooh, that's wrong. Straighten that up, please. Go forward. Move ahead. It's not too late to straighten. Straighten up. Donk. Ooh, that's a bit of a 45-degree angle. I'm using my fingernails to bend this because I can bend up against my fingernails quite easily. Doesn't create a sharp bend, but it's sharp enough, and honestly, you won't notice. Whoop. Bonk. I think that is about right. Then I'm just going to eyeball and cut. Alright, now let's strip. Donk. These strips are so sharp that I don't even need to like run around trying to get them to strip properly. I just have to press down once and it's enough. They're really good strippers. They're like, yes, that is stripped. All right, now let's see if I made that. Didn't make a mistake. Goes there. That one goes there. Yep, that's perfect. That one goes there. That one goes under there. Let me pull that off. Pull that on. Then pull that one on. There we go. Now we got wires. Yes, we have wires. Wires and wires and wires. Now we just have to grab our... Don't know how much, if I'll need any more of this, so we'll grab that up so we don't lose it. Place it there. Okay. This is a pin boy. So he actually did it level with the off point in the 5. Did he go higher or lower on the top? Lower. We went. I believe it was there. No, it wasn't. That's way too close. What the fuck have I done? Oh god, that's bendable. Please don't bend the pins. Pins need to be connected. Okay, let me work out where this was. It was like there and there. That's like even placed. His isn't even placed. Why is mine bigger? Mine's fatter than his. Or I've just got smaller gaps in between that, which it kind of looks like I do. So he's got 5s there. He's got, from the 5, he's got 3 pins. Yep, so that's where it goes. There, we have our processor installed. Granted, it's not connected to anything, but it is installed. We have a CPU. It's a rather shit CPU, but it's a good enough. Okay, what's next? Oh.
To the positive power rail of our breadboard. And then VSS is pin 21, so that's ground, so I'll connect that to the ground rail on the breadboard.
Oh
So
my
at this point, if
god.
we connected 5 volts here to our breadboard, it would power up the microprocessor.
What is that? So that's A2. No, it's not A2. It's 1 VD pin 8. I don't actually know if this is the same. That's W65CO2S. But I don't know if his is made from the same company as mine. Let me have a look. S6TPG14. You know what? W65CO2S. I don't know what the other numbers mean, but this is close enough that it's probably got the same pin out. Okay. That being said, let's find our jumpers. Gonna need a slightly longer jumper. Dunk. Am I? I might not. I might. No, I will. That goes there from ding ba ding. Ah, you bastard. How dare you? I either have to modify one or create one. I mean, I could technically just dunk that in there, but it's actually not. I'm gonna hit the pin. No. Okay. That's just a little bit annoying, ain't it? Okay. You just flatten. This is how you do this. What do? I'm gonna stand up for this because it's hard to see because I got so much breadboard here. Go into the end pin. Right? Don't push it in. We grab that. We align it. No, that's not the end pin. That's the pin next to the end pin. Grab that. Align it with the true end pin. Pull it out. Bend it down. Strip it. Strip the excess. Excess strip. Pull the excess off. Bend it properly. Make sure it's all good. Cut the excess. Straighten out any weird problems I have. The leg that I've bent. Okay, that's a nice straight leg now. Okay, that should be negativo. Oh my god, I can't actually see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I may be moving the camera here. Oh wait, you're not even able to see. All that for nothing. Let's just bring that down a bit. Bring this forward so you can see where we're working on things. We are working on things here. That's where we're working on things. So we've got the 6502C, whatever it's called. And it's right here. I actually can't go any further forward because it's hitting my computer. I'm checking the whole desk doing that. I can go down a bit more, but I don't actually think that'll make much of a difference. Oh, it does a bit. It's not really focusing enough for that. But hey, whatever. That actually makes things a little easier for me to see. Okay, now we gotta find our pin. So it looks like it could be where this says 15 here. This one here. I do wonder if his CPU's pins are bent out less outwards than mine. What if I... This might be a bad idea. I may just ruin this. But wonder if I try and straighten them with these. They're not bent outwards. Will I get one more pin? Because his are really, really different to mine. Wonder if I can get just enough room. Oh god, that's bad. Okay. If I plug that in there now, can I push these to leave 3 pins at the top like he has? I think I can. Sort of tucking them under itself. This does make this CPU pretty much exclusive to this breadboard, but trying to be careful. I'm not sure how well I'm doing though. That one's a bit. Pull that back out. Push it back in. It worked. Look at that. That's in, and I've now got 3 up the top now. That's beautiful. I have snugged that in so much nicer than it was before. Except it's facing the exact wrong way. That's flipped. Now I gotta pull this back out again. Oh, crap on a cracker. Do I have something I can push in the other side and lift it up? I thought I did at one point. Oh, I just tipped all the fucking wires out the thing. Oh, you motherfucker. Dropped a bunch on the floor. Oh, what a mess. That's worse than the last time I did that. Ah. I'm gonna have to clean that up. I dropped everything on the floor. 52 pickup, only worse. Sorry if you can't see this, it's nothing interesting. I'm just picking all the wires up I just dropped. Ah! How many did I drop? Seriously, they're everywhere. White ones, yellow ones, black ones, green ones, blue ones. They're all there. Well, actually, the green ones and blue ones. The white ones and black ones did. Okay. Then we got pretty much all of it. Ooh, there's one there. One there. Oh my god, how bad did I get this? That's not why, that's rubbish. Get off my carpet. Bring in carpet, man. It'll be set up. Wire. And I know why. Whatever. Hey, got the dog back. What a mess. Ugh, it's all empty again. No. Oh, son of a dick. Oh, alright, all the blues and greens went up the top, remember? At least put all those in. Okay. Holy mother of God, this is bad. Okay, that whites can go in that one there. My god, I bent some of them as well. Ruined! It's ruined, I tell you! Why have I done this? What have I done? Seriously, what a mess. I now have to fix this. Otherwise I'll run out of time to fix it later on. So I have to fix it now. Yellow jumpers and white jumpers. And obviously the orange ones too. And the red ones. The orange ones and the orange and yellow can go together. Oh man. Nothing worse than spilling all your jumper wire. Everything was neatly organized until that happened. Now it's all a mess again. One big bad mess. Yeah. Green and blue probably should. My I dropped my tools on the floor as well. Why do I drop everything on the floor? Okay. Start using the tool to thing. I know the small ones probably shouldn't go in with the big ones. I prefer color coded rather than size coded. It's not the size that counts, it's the way you use it. No, stop magnetizing. Just doing that again. And I am farting. Good pardon me, man. An interesting wire. Woo. Yeah, useless junk. Here's the problem, all the useless shit's mixed in with the non-useless shit. Just gonna stamp it with my death, with my crush of death, so that they're all fucked. Oh my god, that little tiny jumper pinged across the room. Get off my tongs. And that's the wrong word to use to call them, but I don't care. They are essentially tongs. I am using them like they are tongs. Another useless. Another useless. Okay. You. Okay, you. Ugh. All these substitute jumpers, really, they're like end wires, but still annoying to pick up, even worse to put down. The only ones that can put down easily are the colored ones. ones that are made entirely of metal are actually frustrating. This bloody pair gets more and more... Right, now I'm catapulting them across the room. Right, I don't care about those bits. They're like basic jumper off cuts that I can use as jumpers. Ah. No! Don't. Where did that go? I don't know. It's gone. Oh my god. Yep, it's gone. I've never seen that one again. I think I have lots of spare wire in my kits. Hopefully I have more than enough. I swear, if Ben Eater didn't put like freaking spares in these kits, I'd be so annoyed because it means I'm gonna have to go buy some more. Solid core wire is far more unlikely than other wire. Most wire I see is stranded core wire, where the copper is not pure metal. Why? Because copper is better than this metal. This is just pure metal. These all offcuts? Yeah, they're all offcuts. Okay. This is the problem. I can't close it. Look. It won't stay closed. Oh, that's why. Get in the cupboard. Why? There we go. Now it's closed. Okay. Cool. Now we just need to find where we're going to put that other wire. Wait, where did it go? Did I not get that far? Or did I just lose it? That one. Is that it? That looks like it could be a jumper cable that I was in the middle of making. I feel like I was in the middle of making this, but I can't be sure. Let's see. 15. Let me see how bad that is. Yeah, that'll never work. Useless. Where did that other one go? My keyboard rest. It went ping and went ping this way. But I don't see where it went ping. It went ping, and I don't know where it went ping. But it went ping. I don't know where it went ping. That's yellow. That's not the right color. Did it go ping? I guess it didn't go ping, or it went ping into the netherworld of the Force. Great. I have to make myself a whole nother one then. Because I cannot find the one I was working on initially. Oof. If I was working on one initially, I don't actually know if I was. Okay. God. What have I done? Just flatten that out a bit. In doubt, use needle nose to make it flat again. Yeah, that means... Okay, about as straight as I'm gonna get that. We do want this one here, like that, right? Let me wonder about there. Give or take. I hope that's enough. Hope that's not too much. Don't lose that bit. That might come in handy for something else. Cut off and you can get two. You know what you're doing. Okay, I'm just hoping that this is the right thing I'm plugging into. So I'm gonna plug it in. Then I'm gonna count. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's VDD. That's the one we want. We have power. Okay. Let's get back and see what we've got next. Jesus, nearly 10:30.
Processor.
Where's my
but it's
time
not gonna
gone?
Do very much because we need to connect some of these other pins. And if we look at these pins, some are going to be inputs and some are going to be outputs. And the outputs I'm not going to worry about too much just yet. So for example, pin 1 here is vector pull. And we can see here that it's an output and it indicates some particular condition. But if we don't care about what it's outputting, then we don't need to connect it to anything to get the processor to work. But that's not the case for pin 2. Pin 2 is the ready pin, and you can see that's an input. And so it is going to matter to the processor what we hook this to. And in fact, the ready signal indicates whether the processor is going to run or halt. And so if we want it to run, we need to hook pin 2 to 5 volts. And so now I'm basically going to do the same thing for...
Yeah, that's the ready pin. So I'm going to rebend that. That's pin 2. 5 volts. Let me just pin 2 to 5 volts. That's not going to work at all. You know what? I might start having to cut. I might start using this to cut stuff. Why? Because I'm getting frustrated with that. There we go. Getting this as much as I possibly can. No bend, cut. And let's pin 2 there. Bent there. I may just want to make a few of these. So after we've created this, did you dare do that? Okay. Okay, let me get the ready pin. That's not the ready pin. That would be the ready pin. Come on, get in the hole. It does not want to go in. Come on. It's a bit long. A little bit long. There. That's the ready pin. Oh, fuck.
For the rest of these pins. Any pins that are inputs, I want to hook to something reasonable that'll get the microprocessor to run. And so I'll just go pin by pin. So pin 3 here, Phi 10, that's an output, so I'm not going to worry about that. Pin 4 is the IRQB, that's interrupt request, and that's an input. And bringing it low will trigger an interrupt, so I'll just tie it high for now so that we're not triggering an interrupt.
Yeah.
Pin 5, MLB, that's...
What I'm going to do is I'm going to start making things while we're doing that. So I'm going to need a fuck ton of these wires. Good idea to try and make as many of these as you can in advance. Especially considering... What did I just drop? I feel like I just dropped a piece. Oh well. Oh, I just dropped one of the jumper I... Oh, I keep dropping those. Quick drop jumpers. Jumpers are warm. You want to keep warm. Okay. That's that. So you can see I'm just doing this now. Just doing this now. Just trying to bend just trying to create more jumpers. I'm gonna need a lot of fucking positive jumpers. Oh God, what did I just do that for? Straighten, straighten. Nice. Okay. Fill it out, I think. Matches it. Perfect. A little better than the previous jumper I had. Okay. About that. Yeah, close enough. Okay, I'm gonna make like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a bunch of spare. Just because I need these. I don't have enough. I actually have a problem with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to be tying a lot of things high and a lot of things low, and I want enough jumpers to save the world. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, alright. 8. These are all meant for one thing and one thing alone. So 8. Dunk. Dunk. Not great, that one. A bit long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am only eyeballing this. Wait, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, alright, that'll do. 10, let's strip all of them. Okay. Get the original one and put it back into the second pin, and then pin. That's the next pin. Plug that in there. I want to try, I think it was pin 15 on the breadboard, not on the thing, because that's actually pin 8. We'll put that one there. Okay, cool. We got all 3 of the pins we want connected. Some of these will be removed as we use more functions of the CPU. That's why I want spares, and that's why I want to be able to use them whenever I need them. if we're removing pins and recreating them, then as we go, we're going to be having huge problems. So I'm going to make more than enough so that when I need them, I have enough. I won't have a problem with anything because we have a container here solely that's made for wires. So if I can make a bunch of the positive to endpoint pins, I can enjoy my life. I mean, these won't be perfect for everything because some sides will be like this side, and if I do it this side, you'll notice I'm skipping it. Fine. These are solely for like that. I'll have to make new ones for the other ones. Right now, we're only working on that side of the breadboard, so we should be fine. We should be fine. Let's just make a bunch of jumpers. Is this too long? Yeah, that's way... Oh, no, it's a bit long, but not too bad. I've seen worse. Okay. Oh, you fuck! Oh, hey. I look a bit like a celeb. Oh my god, you scared the crap out of me. Thanks for the hydrate. Ugh. Like all my jumper wires that I've been making. Because I'm sick of not having enough. I just decided to make a whole bunch. These are rubbish. These little bits are rubbish. They've been cut off. Offcuts off the board. All of them. They will go in the bin. Eventually. Yeah. Alright, where's that? Hydrate. Oh, I just dropped my water bottle. Where is it? I can't reach it. Ah. Yeah, it is. See, look, there's the CPU. We got the CPU in. We're just making a bunch of spare jumper wires because we're going to be pulling things positive and pulling things negative when we need to, and I'm going to have to make sure that they do that. These are basically actions we're disabling and enabling manually for the time being until we need to set some sort of logic up that will allow us to disable and enable them at will. Every CPU has a series of pins that are like that. They either pull up or pull down. They're either positive or negative. 5 volts or 0 volts. That will tell them things. Some of them will activate when you have 5 volts, some will activate when you have 0 volts. And it's usually not a good idea to leave these pins not unconnected, as it can cause some rather weird and erratic behavior that is incredibly undesirable. Indeed, half those pins are data pins right now, and they have currently absolutely 0 power, but 0 thing. There's our little stash of jumpers. I'm going to put them in this, my little box of wires. We are now making more boxes more bits and pieces so that I don't have to worry about making more. There we go. Now they're all in there. Close that so I don't drop it all over the floor. Because I just did that earlier and it was a nightmare to pick up. And I don't want to do it again today. I'm still picking bits up and I probably will be for the next week. Alright, back to this.
Memory lock, that's another output, so I'll leave that alone. NMIB, that's
see.
the non-maskable interrupt. So just like the regular interrupt request here, bringing it low triggers the non-maskable interrupt. So I'll tie that high as well so that we're not triggering
Okay,
that.
we have another
Sync
one to
is
tie
another
high.
output, so won't connect that to anything yet. VDD, of course, we already have that connected. That's our positive power supply. And then we have this A0 all the way around through A15. And these are the 16 address lines, and so they're actually all outputs. So I'll leave them unconnected for now as well. In the next
Correct your posture.
D0 through D7. That's
What I'm
the
doing is
data
I'm
bus.
pulling
And
positive
these
the
can
one that
actually be
he
inputs
wants
or
positive.
outputs. And in fact, the next pin here, this RWB pin 34, that's an output signal that tells us whether the processor is using the data pins for input or for output. And so if this read-write signal on pin 34, if that's high, then that means the data bus pins are inputs. And if that's low, then it means the data bus pins are
I hope the
outputs.
top ones are all
So
need
for
to be
now, I'm going
pulled
to leave
by.
these unconnected, but we will need to come back here and connect something to these.
My fucking back.
Thanks for the posture and the stretch.
Shouldn't connect anything to that. So that's
It is
easy.
difficult to keep my
Um,
posture thing when I'm looking
36
down at a
BE,
table.
That's bus enable. And that's another input.
but
so the
while I'm
bus
watching
enable
this bit,
signal
I
needs
don't
be
need to, 'cause I
high
need
in
to
order
look
for
at
the
my
processor
screen.
to put anything out on either the address bus or the data bus. So basically, we want that to be high all the time. So I'll connect pin 36 to 5 volts, so it's high.
Okay, so we
And then
need
get
that
to,
one
Pin
there.
37 is Phi 2, and that's the clock input. And like all computers, we need a system clock in order to provide timing for the microprocessor. And the original 6502 used a 1 megahertz clock, but this modern version that I'm using is a bit more flexible, so we can actually run it up to 17 megahertz. An easy way to provide a clock input is to use one of these crystal oscillators.
I have one of those.
This one, for example, is 10 megahertz. And so if we just connected ground and 5 volts here, it would output a 10 megahertz clock that we could then just connect directly to pin 37 up here. But in this
So
video,
the one
I
I've got
actually
is
want
1
to run the
megahertz.
clock much slower so we can really see what's going on. So I'm not going to use this. Instead, I'm going to use this clock module that I built
Hey,
in
look
some
at that.
previous videos for my other breadboard.
Here's a very
CPU
fancy
project.
looking cable.
And if I power this
I don't
up,
have that.
you can see it gives us a clock pulse that we can actually adjust. So I can slow it down or speed it up. And we can also halt it and then single step it. So
He's
we get
used different sets of
single
wires
feeding
for
clock
that.
pulses that way.
He's got
And if you wanna
purple
know more
wires
about
in
how
there.
This works, I've got several videos that walk through it all and explain how the 555 timer that we're using works in astable, monostable, and bistable modes. So check that out there if you're interested. But in any event, I'll
Okay.
connect this clock here to pin 37.
So he's
which is
using
the
a
clock
white
input,
white
over here.
DuPont
And
connector. I have one of those somewhere. Where did I put that DuPont? Let me just take this off for a moment. I'm not going to use this because I don't want to rip bits off of it. So I'm going to use one of my DuPonts that I have in here because I don't think he had one in his set. I did miss one. Okay, let's go in here and have a look at what we've got. My DuPonts are a little bit shittier than his though. But is this white DuPont good enough? It's not going to be long enough. There's no way that's long enough. Alright, let's see. Do I have anything else that'll work? This one is longer, I think. There's an orange one here that might work. But this green one, or the blue one. No, the blue and green ones are tiny. Yeah, the other option is I could rip one of the DuPonts. I do have a spare set of DuPonts that are the same as this, and I could rip it off there, but for now, we'll try this orange one. Pin... The fuck is that? $11? We'll just go there. I think it's 4th pin along. Yeah, fourth pin along. And I also need a beautiful little jumper. That one looks like it might be small enough, actually. Let's try that one. Okay, don't mind me. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but just running the pin
Let
high.
that clock
Okay.
run. And this is where it's actually really important that I'm using the modern static version of the 6502, because the datasheet here says that Phi2 can be held in either the high or low state, and it'll preserve the contents of internal registers. And that's actually not the case with the original 6502. If the clock for this stopped or got too slow, it wouldn't work. You'd lose the contents of the internal registers. But here, because we're using
Was
this,
he
this
running?
work,
Hold on.
502,
You go back up.
and this is where it's actually really important that I'm using the modern static version of this.
Huh. He's actually got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. He's actually put a resistor up there, like a 220 ohm or whatever it is. Huh. That's probably why my bloody blue LED is a little too bright. Yeah, he's ohm rated that resistor. I don't know how he's connected it up though, because might grab another blue LED and try and move that and actually put a protection resistor on there. I don't know if it actually needs one, but the fact of the matter is it is too bright. So I might replace it with another one. Let's just do some maintenance work here. I'm talking about this one here. By the way, I've put the clock module in. It's this orange wire here. It's a wire. I don't think it matters. Let me move the Holt wire out of the way. Okay. So yeah, he's put a 220 ohm resistor, I believe it is. It looks like it's red, brown, or something like that. I think I have some here. There it is. Red, brown. So I'm going to resist a fresh blue boy. Did I drop a blue boy? I feel like I was getting one out and then didn't get one out. Okay. So let me have a look. What I'm looking at here. It looks like the flat side is actually quite difficult to see in these. Get out towards. That one has a flat side there. That's the flat side there. The flat side goes towards the negative, and this side goes towards the positive. So what I really want to do is I want to put that in there like that, right? And then I want to grab my ohmage, and I want to run it from. Oh my god, what the fuck have I done? Just adding another resistor to my clock because I don't trust that brightness. Want to extend the life, and this will also have the effect of dimming it down a little bit, so it's not so painfully bright. Why? Because it won't be overdriven. Okay, I should just be able to. If I run that there, and run that like that. Let me just double check this. I'm going to disconnect this from the positive just to make sure so I don't actually enable it. Just going to run this like that. Let's see if I haven't fucked it up. at all. Then I'll trim it down. Where's my power? Power wire, please. Check that in. Oh, that's way nicer. It's still bloody bright, but that's way, way nicer. Alright. Let's cut the limiters. That one all the way in there. Actually, I wonder if I could just bring it up there. Bring that one down here. That's nicer. Because then if I run this. Yep. Okay. Cool. There we go. Okay, now if I plug that in. Yep, perfect. We now have that resisted. And that as a result of that LED is sitting lower. Okay, cool. Disconnect the power. Reconnect the power. In there. There we go. So that's my bridge from computer module, clock module. Obviously, we'll probably have a second clock down here, and we'll switch between the two, or we'll stop using that clock. But I don't know. I don't know if I will stop using that clock. Okay. Time is it? It's 10:53. I should probably think about finishing up. We haven't gotten too far, but we have made a start. I will admit it was mainly us preparing and setting up the board with these wires along here, the jumper, and cutting out these boys. That's what it is. What's this clip? What if I clip? What if I clip? Yes, I know my own channel is made for mature audiences. I said it that way. Ah, nice. You got that. That was a good clip. Clap for you. Good clip. All right. So we have that. So we've done all that. We've placed all these. I'm just going to make sure, see if there's not any more for me to place.
6502, because the datasheet here says that Phi2 can be held in either the high or low state, and it'll preserve the contents of internal registers. And that's actually not the case with the original 6502. You know, if the clock for this stopped or got too slow, it wouldn't work. You'd lose the contents of the internal registers. But here, because we're using this modern, the W65C02, which is a fully static design, we can stop the clock and we can single step it, which is really nice.
I've just remembered.
And so that's the clock, pin 37. And so just for the last couple of pins, pin 38 is set overflow, and that's an input. But the datasheet basically says it's not recommended to do anything with it other than just tie it high. So that's what I'll do. And then pin 39, Phi20, that's an output, so we won't do anything with that. And then pin 40 is the reset.
What you didn't see me just do
Normally
there
it
was
needs to be
flip the
tied
chip
high
around
when
because I had it
processor's
around the
running.
wrong way. Pin 1 was on the wrong side. I want the notch on the left side, not the right side.
But we'll want to be able to bring it low to reset the processor. So what I'll do is I'll tie it high through a 1K resistor. So now it's tied to 5 volts through that 1K resistor.
Okay, I need a 1K resistor. Yeah, that's red, black, and brown. I'm going to keep using my spare box until I run out of 1Ks, because my spare box has 1Ks and I don't want to waste 1Ks. So I think we want red, black, and brown. Yep, that's 1K. Okay. And we're tying this high. Ooh, this one makes things easy. Tie it high, I just do this. Right on the edge, bend. Right on the edge, bend. That's like pin 1. Okay. What have I done there? Not exactly the nicest thing. Hold on, let me straighten that. I fucked that up a little bit. To straighten things, all I do is that. Beautifully straight. Now we just cut and cut. And I believe it was 1K to high, which is pin 1 and there. Let's just do this with this. There's a reason why you can do this. And it's simple. You can do it. There. Pin 1 is now tied high with a 1K resistor. That's good. We also have another high jumper. Do I have a thin high jumper that I can enforce? These look like they could work. I'm trying to figure out if any of my previously made jumpers are too thick enough or thin enough that they would work in that situation. Okay, we're trying to tie this one high. And it's the one in between, so it's... Which one is that? SOB. We're tying the SOB pin high. This is... Chip's gonna be one hell of an SOB. These SOBs! I wonder if that's a deliberate joke by the chip manufacturer. Well, let's come up with a silly acronym for this chip.
But then what I'll do is I'll add a button here. And then I'll connect the other side of the button to ground. That way, when we push the button...
Oh, that's what these are for. These are for buttons. And he's put them across there. I might just see if I can't tie it directly to ground. Which will bring the button up, but actually I don't think I can do that. Oh yeah, no. A little too far. Okay, that's alright. So he's running it down there, like putting this down here, right? Which isn't exactly easy on the thing because it's that there. I'll run that. Oh, screw it. We'll just run that there. So what we're doing here is we're building the reset button. Okay. I not have a short enough power line. What is this? That's not even a cable. That's a shit piece of crap. Okay. The only jumper I have for tying things to ground is this one, and I don't think that's big enough. We're on that there. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, where's my ground wire? I need to make some of these as well. Okay, just bend. Bend. Be good enough. Cut. And trim. I'm not going to make any more, even though I should make a whole stash. I'm not going to because it's going to take forever. I'm going to make them as I go here on out when I'm on. Oh, maybe not. I just want to get this finished. Come on. Do it properly. 24. Nice. Come on. Alright. And I just Oh man, that's gonna be annoying because that's bent. Can we flatten that out, please? 1, 2. Are they less bent? I shouldn't have as much of an issue. I am putting this in a slightly different location. Than the previous thing, but hey, we need a reset button. Okay. And the only thing I need to do is this yellow line. We'll go to pin 1 and this pin here. Push it in. This is way too long. I don't think it matters as much as we could matter. Oh, come on. Get in there. There we go. That's reset button. Which is actually pin 40. Pin 1's down here. Pin 40's at the top there. There we go. That's the reset button set. So that will now act as our reset button. Bang. Done. I may bring it up 1 just in case I need to use the reset button as a double button. Okay, actually no, I won't. I'll bring it. I'll leave it down 1 until I need it. I don't think I'll need it. And even then I'll probably have a second button. Just press them both at once. I've got plenty of spares. Okay, there we go, that's our reset button. Now we have all the grounds thing and the reset button. I probably shouldn't
That
keep
will
going because
shorten
it's 11
this
o'clock.
pin to ground and trigger a reset. Otherwise, if we're not pushing the button, it won't be shorted to ground and it'll be tied to 5 volts through that resistor. And so that ought to take care of pretty much everything we need to set up just to get the processor to do something. And so I've connected power across here so that if we just plug in 5 volts over here, then that should power up everything. And of course, we've got the clock running.
Yeah, it's
So we
doing
hit the
something,
reset
but you
button
can't see
here.
it.
That should reset the microprocessor, and now the processor is maybe doing something.
It is. It's doing garbage,
But
though.
what is it doing? How can we figure out what's going on here? Well, you know, of course.
Okay, this will be something I'll do next time. Because I'm pretty sure it involves this. This is an Arduino Mega. That's what that involves. I'm not going to be doing anything yet now. We're going to leave it there at the 7-minute mark of this video.
Of course, we still have a bunch of.
So, you know, with that, I think I'm going to say goodnight. And we'll try this some other time. Dad died because he couldn't be positive. Oh, that's such a good dad joke. Nice one, Death. Nice one. You got me right as I'm about to finish up. Believe it or not, unfortunately. I don't have any more time. We're all out of time. But yes, in this episode, we have successfully wired a 6502 to do God knows what. It's doing something, and it doesn't know what it is doing. Why is this? Oh, man. Do I have a... Oh, I just noticed something weird. Oh. I think my switch is faulty. And I don't know where it goes. Oh, fuck. What have I done? Oh, God. Oh, God, what have I done? I might have just burnt out half the things. I need to figure out where this switch goes. I'm trying to look at where wires are going nowhere and hoping that that's where they go. Oh, hey. Why did that just suddenly start playing? Sorry, I'm just trying to... Alright, good, it still works. Okay, I found where the switch goes. Don't know what I just did there, but hey. Okay, everything's set, everything's done. That's all for tonight. We're gonna leave it there. I'm going to clean up off camera. I'm going to say goodnight. And that'll be it. Yep. See you later. Night.